reopening of the restaurants was with a new menu that was actually supposed to launch in March, but did not because all the restaurants were shut down in 2020. So we all reopened with that menu, and it has been performing extremely well. Our sales are up dramatically, but traffic is up too, over 19. You can't measure against 20, of course. So we are very blessed, and I think what's serving us the best is the unique nature of a melting pot experience. It's not just a restaurant; it's an experience, and people are craving that. We've had 30 weeks of double-digit traffic increase over 2019, and sales increases that are embarrassingly high, like 40-50% during our promotion days on Thursday and Wednesday, where we're running two different national promotions. Not uncommon to see triple-digit increases over 2019. So things are great. What we want more of is new locations, and it's been a little challenging stimulating new franchise growth, thus the incentives that are in place to try to get those wheels turning. Our experience continues to be an extremely safe experience, in spite of the fact that it is a communal dining experience. And our guests are demonstrating to us that they're extremely comfortable. In fact, they've articulated, because we've done consumer research, and when we ask them, what made you choose us over other restaurants, the thing that they're talking about is their comfort level with a melting pot dining experience, because I'm not necessarily shoulder to shoulder with a stranger. Mm-hmm. I have a little bit more of a, if you will, a semi-private environment in my melting pot dining experience.
Mm-hmm. And I'd really love for you to talk a little bit more in detail about how the sales have been up so much over 2019 levels and kind of the drivers of that. I know you'd mentioned a bit before, but.
Well, it's the result of two things, and price is one. The new menu that I spoke about accounts for about 15 to 18% hike in sales. So that's the result of menu strategy and menu engineering. However, that only, that accounts for the minority of the increase in sales. The majority of the increase in sales is coming through, the right way, the way we want, which is increased traffic. And so the work started on this menu prior to the adventure with COVID starting. This was long in the works. And the repackaging of the menu was greatly influenced by their input. And we wanted to do a number of things. One is make the decision-making process easier for the guest. Because if you've never been to a melting pot before, it's a little overwhelming. It's like, wow, how do I do this? And we rely heavily on our servers to help the guests with that process, but we needed to make the menu do some of the lifting too, and not just put it on the shoulders of the server. So
what could you tell me about your expansion goals and kind of maybe new markets that you want to enter and what you're looking for in franchisees?
Yeah. So, clearly our franchisees have been really busy running their restaurants right now. We have other things going on too that is exciting. We've just opened a concept called Melting Pot Social in Asheville, North Carolina. Best way to describe that is it is a younger, hipper, cooler cousin to the Melting Pot, more bar focused, more whimsical, lower check, shorter commitment of time, much more emphasis on the bar program. Now, those are concepts that we anticipate growth from. However, that's not immediate growth. The immediate growth vehicle is the existing legacy melting pot platform that's performing so tremendously well right now. But we're excited about that concept, and it allows us to penetrate some markets that where maybe a legacy melting pot is not the right choice. Smaller markets, perhaps. They love the melting pot experience, but don't always want to commit that length of time. And certainly on some nights of the week, it rules us out for them. So we are focusing on, in fact, in test, with a change, an improved service model, if you can call it that, it's still full service, but just a different way of executing the dining experience, which involves a little bit more of a team service type angle of attack